Hey guys, Greg Denny. Have you ever felt like total remorse for something stupid you said or did? I know I have, and maybe you've done something that was pretty dumb, and you even live with the remorse, the regret for a long time. And we all make mistakes, and life is just a trial. It's an experiment. We make these mistakes, but sometimes we really have lapses in judgment, right? We make these big errors. And I wanted to talk about this pursuit of inner peace and goodness. That as you and I really voraciously strive to be just good people, not just in show, but from the inside out. That we just rip out anything that's in your heart or your soul or in your mind that's just evil or wrong or bad or mean or low, right? And just get it out of our lives so our lives are just filled with goodness. And what happens is you get this awesome inner peace. Now I love Isaiah in the Old Testament. He's so amazing, a great prophet, poet. And he said in there that righteousness brings peace and a quietness. And I looked up righteousness in the dictionary. I invite you to do the same, but it just means just to be justified, to do the right thing for the right reason, right? And all of us, whether you believe in the Bible or not, all of us can live by that principle that we do the right thing for the right reason. And what happens is even in the midst of chaos, even in the busy world, or everything's going on, or people are chaotic, or even they don't have peace and they have turmoil and stress and challenges and problems, even in the midst of that chaos, we can have this peace and this quiet assurance that's just amazing. I hope you felt it before, and I invite you with me to seek to have that all the time. That even, even in family life, we have 6 kids, and it's chaotic sometimes. It's noisy, and their kids are running around doing all this crazy stuff, and you're just like, ah! And yet you can still have this quiet assurance, this feeling of fulfillment and satisfaction of seeking to become a great person, and knowing that you're striving with all your might to do the right thing for the right reasons. And so I want to challenge you just to take a look at your life and say, hey, how can I set this up? How can I be better? How can I remove some grudges, some cynicism, prejudice, racism, envy, hate, or malice? Just any mean feelings. How can I get rid of any base desire? Base meaning low or kind of pathetic desires. Maybe they creep in there. You read the great classics. I just finished a great one called The Tenant of Wildfell Hall by Anne Bronte. Excellent book. I recommend it. And in there you see illustrated that the natural desires of a human being can be very base and very terrible, and we've got to stand firm in righteousness and goodness. And if you read across all those classics, you see that this fight, this battle of good and evil, and it often, like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, it takes place inside of us. Each of us has 2 voices, a good voice and an evil voice, and you've seen it depicted as the good angel and the devil. But we have to feed the right voice. We have to listen to the right voice. We have to accentuate and magnify the good side, the righteousness that's in you, and get rid of the evil desire that sometimes sneaks in. So if there's anything foul or indecent or impure, get rid of them. Don't feed them. Don't feed them with music or movies or trashy talk or any of that garbage. Even your own language. Whatever it is, let's get it out of our lives. Live with absolute integrity and goodness, right? Just pure goodness, so it just radiates. You shine. You've met people like that. They just shine because they're so good. Let's become those people, constantly refining our lives so that we can live with that peaceful assurance, that quietness, even in the midst of chaos, and that we can be a radiating light of goodness to other people. Reach upward.